When a child has experienced trauma because a parent used drugs or abused them physically or emotionally neglectful, the child's nervous system often learns one core message: I'm not safe. Drug use and abuse creates unpredictability in children, emotional absence, broken promises, and sometimes chaos or neglect. If the parent is now sober and trying to repair the relationship, this is what you need to do. Children's brains are still operating in survival mode, and this is how you need to fix that. Rebuilding safety is possible, but it requires consistent behavior over time, not just apologies or good intentions. So welcome to the Reunification channel. Here are the most important ways a parent can begin helping their child feel safe again, okay? We're going to talk about that today, okay? Consistency is the first language of safety, you guys. Children who live with addiction often experience unpredictability in these situations. One day the parent was loving, another day unavailable, angry, or just simply gone. Because of that, the child's brain learned to stay in hypervigilant mode, constant worrying. Safety is rebuilt through predictability. So what this means is you need to show up when you say you will. You need to keep your promises, and you have to be consistent with the routines, following through with the plans, and being emotionally stable. Even small commitments matter. For example, picking them up on time, okay? Calling when promised, okay? Being present during visits. Yes, the child's brain slowly learns things are different now, okay? Things are different now. So here are 10 powerful trauma-informed phrases a parent can use to help rebuild emotional safety when a child has lived through a parent's addiction or abuse. Their nervous system often learns 3 painful beliefs. Adults are not safe. My feelings don't matter. I have to protect myself. Repair happens when the child consistently communicates the opposite message, okay? This has to be consistently done. You matter. I see you, and I'm here now. You don't deserve what happened to you. Children of addiction and abuse often secretly blame themselves, okay? They may believe things like, if I had been better, my parent would not have used drugs, okay? So they blame it on themselves. This statement removes that burden from them, okay? So let me give you some examples of this. You didn't deserve the chaos that my addiction and abuse created. That wasn't your fault, okay? I'm really sorry for the ways my addiction hurt you, okay? A real apology would sound something like, it would help to not to minimize the impact of what you did, okay? So avoid things like, I'm sorry if you felt hurt. Don't say that, please. Okay, instead say something like, I'm really sorry for the pain my drug used to cause you. I take responsibility for that, okay? Ownership builds trust, okay? Real ownership builds trust. You can talk to me even about the things that happened in the past that are hard for you. Say something like that. Children often stay silent because they fear upsetting the parent, okay? This phrase communicates. You don't have to do that. Your truth is welcome here, okay? Let me give you another example. If you ever want to tell me how my addiction affected you, I will listen. I'm really willing to listen, okay? Your feelings make sense. You can say something like that. Children feel safe when their emotions are validated, okay? If they are angry or hurt, the parents can respond something like this, okay? It makes sense that you would feel angry after everything you went through, okay? Validation calms the nervous system, you guys. You don't have to protect me from your feelings. You can say something like that. Many children of addiction learn to take care of the parent emotionally, okay? This phrase releases them from that role, okay? I'll give you another example. You don't have to worry about hurting my feelings. I want to understand yours, okay? All right, so number 6, I'm working every day to be safe, to be a safe parent for you. I'm working every day to be a safe parent for you. Safety is built through ongoing change, all right? This statement reassures the child that the parent is committed to growth, okay? Let me give you an example. I'm in recovery and working on myself because you deserve a stable parent. You can say something like that. If I ever make a mistake again, we can talk about it. All right, you can say something like that. Children need to know repair is possible. Okay, children need to know that. This phrase models accountability and humility. So let me give you another example. I'm not perfect, but if I ever hurt you again, I want us to talk about it and repair it. Okay, you are important to me. Number 8. Okay, children impacted by addiction often feel invisible. Okay, that's how they feel. Yeah, it's really bad. This simple statement restores emotional connection with the child. Okay, so let me give you an example. You matter to me more than anything. You are allowed to take your time trusting me again. All right? Trust cannot be forced. No, it cannot be forced. When a parent says this, it removes the pressure from the child. All right? And it reassures them. Okay? All right, so let me give you another example. I understand if it takes time for you to trust me again. I'm willing to be patient with you. Say something like that. Patience, okay, communicates safety. Remember that. And number 10, I am here now. Many children experience emotional, abandonment during addiction and abuse. Okay, they experience that, even if it's just emotional abandonment, not physical. This phrase restores presence. Okay, yeah, emotional presence. Example, I am here now and I want to be a part of your life in a healthy way. You can say something like that. One important thing parents must remember through this whole lesson that we're going over today, you guys. Children rarely heal from addiction and trauma because of one big conversation. I wish that was the case, but that's not the case, you guys. Healing usually happens through hundreds of small moments of safety. Safety grows when the child repeatedly experiences calm responses, honesty, emotional presence, predictable behavior, repair after mistakes. Over time, the child's nervous system begins to learn. This relationship is different now, okay? It's safe now, okay? Consistency is the first language of safety. Children who live with addiction often experience the unpredictability, you guys. One day the parent was loving, another day unavailable, angry, and gone. Because of all of that, the child's brain learned to stay in that hypervigilant mode. Safety is rebuilt through predictability. So that's what we're doing here today. That means showing up when you say you will, keeping promises, having consistent routines with the child, okay? And following through with the plans that you have for them. Being emotionally stable and even small commitments matter, you guys, all right? So don't forget, all right, picking them up on time, calling when you promised that you would, and being present during the visit. Emotionally present, okay? Really present, okay? The child's brain is going to slowly learn things are different now. All right, acknowledge the harm without defenses. Many parents try to repair the relationship by saying, I was going through a lot. It's true, but it doesn't really reflect much to the child. You don't understand what I was dealing with, okay? That doesn't really help. That was in the past. A lot of people say that. But children need something very different to be communicated to them. They need validation of their experience. A healthy repair conversation may sound, let's go over some more. I know my drug use made things really hard for you. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry for the way I hurt you. This does 3 important things, you guys. All right? It acknowledges reality. Okay? It simply acknowledges reality, and it removes blame from the child, and it restores emotional honesty. Children feel safer when adults tell the truth about what happened. Okay? Allow the child to express their anger and hurt. Do that. Allow them. Okay? Children who experience addiction often they're carrying a lot. Okay? They're carrying anger, disappointment, yes, grief, all of it, confusion, mistrust. If a parent shut those emotions down with statements like, you need to forgive me, you shouldn't talk to me like that, don't work. That was years ago, okay? The child may feel emotionally unsafe again, We don't want that, you guys. We're trying to reunify, right? Okay, healing happens when the parents can say things like, you're allowed to feel angry. I understand why you would. This teaches the child that their emotions are safe to be expressed. Emotional availability is very important. An addiction often creates an emotional absence. Okay, so even when you're physically present, the parent may not be emotionally available. Okay, repair requires learning to listen without interrupting. Okay, and show curiosity about the child's feeling. Respond calmly, stay present when conversations get uncomfortable, and simple phrases that build safety. Can tell me more about how that felt. You can say something like that, okay? I'm here to listen. Your feelings matter to me, okay? When a child feels emotionally heard, the nervous system calms. It begins to relax. It feels validated and it feels compassion and empathy, all right? And then you and the person reconnects. Demonstrate ongoing sobriety, okay? Stability, you got to do that. Children do not rebuild trust through words. No, they rebuild trust through observation, long-term change. They're observing you, okay? Parents can show this through consistent sobriety, all right? And managing their anger, attending recovery programs, therapy, all right? You can come here, Wings of the Future, healthy lifestyle changes, stable housing and employment, and healthier relationships. Over time, the child's going to see this. It's going to remember this. This isn't temporary. My parent is different now. That's what they're going to see, okay? Respect the child's pace of reconnection. Respect their pace. One of the biggest mistakes parents make is rushing forgiveness, okay? The parent may feel ready to reconnect quickly. The child's nervous system may still feel, cautious, guarded. Yeah, that's what happens, unsure. Healing requires patience. The parent may be willing to say, I'm here whenever you're ready. I will keep showing up. Trust grows slowly through repeated, safe experiences. Create new, safe memories with the child. Okay, this also repairs. Repair is not only about addressing the past, it's also about building new experiences. It begins to get into new neural pathways in the brain. This could include regular shared activities together, okay? Family dinners, okay? Walks or outings, all right? Celebrating milestones, creating small traditions, okay? Positive shared experiences help the brain update its internal model of the relationship. It's internal model. Encouragement, therapeutic support. Sometimes the trauma is too complex for the family to process alone, so you might need help. Family therapy or trauma-informed counseling can help, and we're here for you at Wings of the Future. So creating safe conversations is the beginning, okay? Repairing the attachment wounds, helping the child process grief and anger, teaching communication skills. We do it all, okay? A trained therapist can help both parents and children rebuild trust and safety, okay? All right, model emotional regulation, and children of addiction often grow up around emotional dysregulation. So parents can rebuild safety, all right, by demonstrating this, okay? So calm responses to stress, you guys, all right? So healthy coping skills, all right, self-awareness, all of this, accountability. That's what the child is looking for. When a parent says, I'm feeling overwhelmed, so I'm going to take a moment to calm down, the child learns. It teaches the child something really powerful when you take responsibility for your emotions and for your feelings. Emotions can be handled safely. That's what the kid is going to know, okay? The most important truth in repairing trauma caused by addiction or abuse is not about perfection, you guys. It's about consistent repair, honesty, and emotional presence over time. Children begin to feel safe again when they experience repeated positive experiences, stability and truth. Yeah, truth. I keep saying honesty, truth. Emotional availability, accountability, patience. Over time, their nervous system slowly learns, I don't have to stay in survival mode with my parents anymore. So thank you guys for watching the Reunification channel, Wings of the Future Reunification channel. I'm Crystal Booth, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, okay? All right, and check us out if you would like to schedule an appointment, okay? We thank you for joining us, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.